Tonight, you are going to fall asleep, and at some point in the night, your brain is going to do something strange. It is going to paralyze your entire body on purpose. You will lie there, unable to lift a finger, while your mind runs wild behind your closed eyes. This happens to every human being, every single night. This video is about why your brain does this, and about the dreams that visit you while you lie there frozen in the dark. So let's start with the dream that almost everyone knows. You are being chased. Something is behind you. Your legs turn to lead. You cannot run. In 2003, a team at the University of Montreal asked more than 1,000 students to describe their dreams. Being chased was the single most common one on the list. More than 81% of them said they had lived through it. Women reported it a little more often than men, but for both, it sat right at the top. But that number hides something. It comes from students remembering across their whole lives. When scientists ask a wider, more ordinary group, the picture shifts. In 2021, a researcher named Michael Schredl combined 4 large German surveys, almost 6,000 people, across several decades. He asked about 3 dreams: being chased, falling, and being paralyzed. Being chased came in third at only 12%, falling was second at 18%, and the most common dream of all was being paralyzed, about 26% of people. More than being chased, more than falling. The number one dream we have is the one where we cannot move, which means the most reported dream in the world is a mirror of what your body is actually doing, because while you dream, you really are paralyzed. That is not a coincidence. That is the whole secret. So why would your brain freeze you like this? In 1965, a French scientist named Michel Jouvet went looking for the answer inside the brains of cats. He already knew something odd. During dream sleep, a cat's brain is almost as busy as when it is awake. The eyes flick back and forth. The mind is clearly doing something, yet the body lies completely still. So there had to be a break. Deep in the brainstem, he found it, a tiny region that switches off movement during dream sleep. Then he damaged it, just to see what would happen. What he saw was eerie. The sleeping cats stood up. They arched their backs. They stalked prey that was not there. They hissed at empty corners of the room. They were fast asleep, and they were acting out their dreams. Which means that without that switch, you would do exactly the same. You would climb out of bed and sprint through your house while dreaming of sprinting through a forest. You would swing your fists at nothing. The paralysis is not a glitch. It is a seatbelt. But how does the brain actually hold your muscles down? In 2012, a scientist named Patricia Brooks, working at the University of Toronto, found the answer. It is not one simple off button. 2 separate chemical systems work together to silence the nerves that move your body. One dims them, the other switches them fully off. She blocked both of these chemicals in sleeping animals to see what would happen. The animals began to twitch and move and act out their dreams, even though only one system had failed before. It took both, working together to hold them still. So every night, 2 chemical breaks are pressed at once, pinning your body to the bed on purpose so your dream cannot spill out into the real world. And sometimes, that system makes a mistake. Sometimes you wake up before it lets go. Your eyes open, your mind switches on. But your body is still locked in the dream's chemical grip. You lie there, fully awake, unable to move or speak for a few long seconds. Many people feel a weight on their chest or sense something in the room. This is called sleep paralysis. It is not a ghost, it is just the seatbelt taking a moment too long to unbuckle. And it is a rare, direct glimpse of the machinery that holds you still every single night. So why go to all this trouble just to let us dream? One bold answer arrived in the year 2000 from 2 scientists at the University of Turku named Antti Revonsuo and Katja Valli. They asked 52 people to write down their dreams for a month. Out of 592 dreams, 2 out of 3 contained a threat, something chasing, attacking, or frightening the dreamer. And on average, each dream held more than one. So they proposed a striking idea. Dreams are a threat simulator, a safe arena where you rehearse danger over and over while your frozen body cannot get hurt. If you practice the escape 1,000 times in the dark, you might be faster when it happens for real. But does real danger actually shape what we dream? In 2005, the same Turku team found a way to test it. They studied Kurdish children who had lived through war and compared them to children growing up in peaceful Finland. They collected over 700 dreams. The results were stark. The most traumatized children had threats in almost 80% of their dreams. For the Finnish children, it was 31%. And the war children did not just have more threats. Their threats were more violent and more deadly. Your dreams soak up the dangers of your world. The more fear you meet by day, the more your nights fill with it. So the story seems simple. We dream of danger to practice surviving it. But here the simple story breaks, because if we were built to rehearse ancient predators, our nightmares should be full of teeth and claws. They are not. In 2018, Schredl looked closely at the nightmares of nearly 3,000 people. The most common theme was not a wild animal at all. It was failure and helplessness, in almost 1 out of 5 nightmares. Then came aggression from other people, then accidents. And when people were chased, the chaser was a human being about 60% of the time. An animal, only 1 time in 5. We are not mostly dreaming of tigers. We are dreaming of each other, which means these dreams are not a fixed program we are born with. They grow with us. A Harvard researcher named David Folks spent years watching children sleep in his laboratory. He found that very young children do not dream in stories at all. The story-shaped dream appears slowly, becoming clear only between the ages of 5 and 9. And in 2021, a huge British study of nearly 5,000 people found that children do dream of animals more than adults do. But they were ordinary animals: dogs, horses, cats, not monsters rising out of the tall grass. But if our dreams are not really training us to escape lions, then what are they for? In 2020, a scientist named Virginie Sterpenik, working in Geneva, found a quiet clue. She woke people up during the night and asked what they had been feeling. Then she scanned their brains by day and showed them frightening images. The result was surprising. The people who had felt more fear in their dreams were calmer when they were awake. Their brains reacted less strongly to the scary pictures. 2 parts that handle fear, the amygdala and the insula, stayed quieter. It was as if the fear rehearsed in the dark had taken the edge off the fear waiting in the daylight. The nightmare was not punishing them, it was practicing calm. And this may be why the dreaming brain looks the way it does. During dream sleep, brain scans show it lighting up almost as fiercely as when you are awake. The regions that handle emotion run hot. The part that handles cool, calm logic goes quiet. So a dream is not a faded, gentle thing. It is a full, vivid emotional experience, run at nearly waking intensity, while your body lies perfectly safe and still. It is the one place you can feel terror all the way through and wake up completely unharmed. So your nightmares may not be preparing you to fight a predator. They may be doing something gentler and stranger. They may be helping you carry your feelings. Every night, your brain locks your body down, turns the lights off in your muscles, and walks you through your fears in a place where nothing can actually touch you. So the next time you wake with your heart pounding, frozen for 1 long second in the dark, remember what is really happening. Your body was held still to keep you safe. Your mind was moving through fear so the morning would feel a little lighter. The dream was never attacking you. In its own strange way, it was taking care of you.